Saudi Arabia is completely changing the way we live our lives, or at least trying to. They're building this insane new city called The Line, and it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The Line's considered to be the 8th wonder of the world, and they're betting their entire country's future on it. Well, welcome back to the corporation, the best community, it's JenryNation. And before we get into this two-dimensional city that's worth more than anything that's built on the entire planet Earth, I want to thank all you guys for smashing the like button. Here's a video I know you guys are going to enjoy. Now, The Line is the nickname for Saudi Arabia's new city right next to the Red Sea, and it's going to be called a smart city, which is going to have a ton of new technology we've never even seen before. This means that the city is going to go through a constant data collection just to solely use that data to make the city better than it was before. They call themselves the future of urban living, and is described as a civilizational revolution that puts humans first, providing an unprecedented urban living experience while preserving the surrounding nature. Now, my first look at this is it looks exactly like a Destiny raid, and at the same time, it looks like how every single Call of Duty starts in the future. There's some crazy intro where some company comes in and says they're going to change the way everyone lives their lives, and then it cuts to some scene of a guy living in some crappy shack and then walks out of that shack to some crappy life with super cloudy skies. I'm getting an exact Ready Player One type of vibe. Sorry, I went off into a tangent, but that's the exact vibe I get right away. Now, to break it all down, it's mirrored in a two-dimensional glass facade, a 100% glass structure. Imagine a bird just minding his business and accidentally flies into the side of the line and completely breaks the entire structure and it collapses. That'd be funny to learn in a future history class. They also don't have any air conditioning throughout the entire line because it's a cross ventilation system that's going to allow for perfect airflow at all times. The line also runs on 100% renewable resources, which is actually pretty cool, and at the same time they're going to have easy access to nature and experience the real world whenever they want to. That's pretty scary that they're calling it that. They also want to prioritize humans' health over everything else, so there's no cars, trucks, trains, or anything driven by people. For the transportation system of the line, instead of having any sorts of cars, trucks, or trains, they're going to have a super high-speed train, and in addition to that, an autonomously flying car system, exactly like the Jetsons. They're claiming it's so fast that if somebody wanted to see their friend on the complete other side of the line, which is 108 miles away, it would only take 20 minutes to get there. The whole system of the line is opened up to in the middle so people can look up at the skylight, and there's a retractable roof, so if they get annoyed when it's raining or something, they can just close it. I'm not even gonna lie, the nature spread out through everything looks super cool, and again, gives me this crazy Destiny feeling to everything. And Niam is saying that they're gonna have nature spread out all throughout the line, and the closest green life is only gonna be a 2-minute walk away at all times. The climate's also gonna be a perfect climate all year round with a perfect spread of natural sunlight, ventilation, and air systems. Furthermore, the green open spaces throughout the city will further enhance the comfort of those living, working, or visiting there. Speaking of the visitors, imagine how many people would be visiting there each and every year. Because as someone who's super heavily invested in smart tech, I would be there probably once or twice a month. Now, the living quarters are organized in 3 dimensions, which means the entire structure is broken down into a hyper proximity of amenities, including retail office, health, leisure, culture, education, hospitals, and a residential area that can hold up to 80,000 people per little block on the line. They really wanted to stress the fact that a 5-minute walk could get anybody anywhere they needed to be throughout the day. Now, the line's broken down into different segments where 80,000 people are going to live in each one of them, and then those are broken up into 14 different sectors. And I can talk about them in a different video, but one thing they specifically claim is how they plan on revolutionizing sports. They're expecting the line to become the next global hub for sports, and they're trying to partner with every professional sporting association in the world. Now, there's going to be 3 major layers to the line, with the first being the pedestrian layer, where people will go about their day-to-day activities. The second layer is going to be the service layer, where people are going to live and work and pretty much spend all of their lives when they're not outside. The third layer is called the spine layer, which is going to include all that high-speed and autonomous transport. This place, if Saudi Arabia goes through with it, will only be 200 meters wide, so 660 feet, and 200 kilometers long, or 108 miles. Putting that into perspective, it would take a person 40 hours to walk from one side of the line to the other at a constant pace. It's also going to be 1,700 feet tall, which is higher than the Empire State Building and higher than 2 of the Eiffel Tower stacked on top of each other. What's cool though is it technically only takes up 34 square kilometers of land, which really into perspective is not that much, and they're getting a ton of use out of it. Now, they're also saying the line's going to be able to accommodate for 9 million people, which is more than New York, Detroit, Chicago, and any other major city in the United States. The craziest part of this entire project isn't the technology or the design, it's the price. Over the next few years, Saudi Arabia and a bunch of blue chip investors are going to be spending over $500 billion to make the first design of the line across the Red Sea in Saudi Arabia. Drop a comment down below what you guys would do if someone dropped $500 billion at your doorstep. The line is just one of many projects they plan on implementing. They also teased more designs of these smart city structures called Trojena and Octagon, which honestly look a lot more practical than the line. And I'll be sure to make videos of those as they come out, but I'm really surprised the line was their first choice of design. So Saudi Arabia hasn't released an exact release date of the line, but it's part of their 2030 vision project. They plan on creating a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and an ambitious nation. That literally sounds like something out of a movie where a tyrannical company promises some sort of utopian society just before shit hits the fan. Now, I think the design concept of the line is actually really cool, but Saudi Arabia is also going to be causing a problem for themselves. They're promising a bunch of technology that's not even invented yet and are expecting a ton of people to say yes to moving there. I feel like new technology should be used to make people's lives easier, not necessarily reinvent the wheel. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the designs are absolutely insane, and if they ended up going through with it, I'd be one of the first people to buy a ticket. But the idea of living there reminds me of the SpongeBob episode where Squidward was just living in the society where he was doing the same thing every single day of his life. Well, thank you guys for coming to the corporation, the best community. It's JenryNation. I appreciate all you guys for smashing the like button and growing the corporation every day. Drop a comment down below what you think of the line and if you guys would live there. And always remember, we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Keep developing your mindset, and I will see you guys in the next video.